What's up guys, PPD here and welcome to episode 101 of my road to Manchester City. And we're at 1,075,000 coins and we're selling off some things in the trade pile over here. Bronze stuff from bronze packs, squad fitness cards, you know the drill. And like you probably haven't noticed, this series I haven't been uploading it that much. I talked about this last episode, but the footage for this episode and the next, and maybe the one even after that, is going to be a little bit outdated. And by outdated, I'm talking like about a week or so. So you're going to notice moments in here that I'm selling off stuff or I'm doing stuff that just doesn't really add up to right now because it is a little bit outdated. For example, those players I sold right there in the trade pile, I sold off Argentinian players and Brazilian players, and they are from like weird leagues and stuff like that. And the reason they were selling was because of the last team of the season bonus SBC that EA released week 6. We completed it as well, so we made some coins off it and we managed to finish it off. And with that, we secured ourselves the 125k pack, which I have opened by now, but you won't be seeing it for a while until I catch up, because I'm basically playing catch up at this rate. And as you saw right there, I wasted about 100,000 coins or so, maybe more actually, on the Boca team. I did a video where I did a Boca Junior squad builder, which I do every year. And actually, for the first time, I bought the team on this account, which I don't normally do since I have two accounts. I usually buy it on my other account. However, I didn't have enough coins on the other account this year, and I had to buy it on this account. So if you notice a decrease in my coin total, it's because I spent about 100,000 coins or so on the Boca players, which I showed you right there actually, and how much I bought each one for. So just to show that I don't really hide anything, well, I don't hide anything at all from you guys. The only things I open off screen are bronze packs, silver upgrades, gold upgrades, stuff like that. But I rarely ever buy anything off screen unless it's like a huge purchase, which I get on bid or buy now, but then I end up showing it to you guys anyways when I show you how much I bought it for on the first owner section thingy right there. But yeah, I pretty much show you guys everything. Like I said, the only things I don't show you are the things that are really repetitive, like bronze packs and stuff like that. As for the team, this is a team we're going to be throwing into the daily knockout tournament, playing with for the Callejon. And I know Callejon, it hasn't been the daily knockout tournament player for over a week now, so it doesn't make sense. But like I said, I'm playing catch up. We head into the final though, looking to win Callejon. And you're probably actually wondering why I'm not playing with the city team in this final. Well, I kind of wanted to save the city team for only Division 1. So when I got to the final, that's another thing that I do off screen, but you guys already know this. If you watch the series, you already know this. The daily knockout tournaments, I play them all off screen until I get to the final. I always show you guys the final, but I do play the first round, the second round, and the third round off screen. And I played it with this team over here, and I didn't want to play with it with the city team because then I would have had a good feel for the city team, and I want to show you guys me getting used to the team in Division 1 when I do play with it. So I never play with the city team unless it's in Division 1. But occasionally I do play with it in the daily knockout tournament, but it's always in the final, and I always show you guys that anyways. So I haven't played with the city team off screen. I mean, I may have actually by now played with the Guerrero off screen, but I might be showing you guys that. I think it's also in the final for a daily knockout tournament. But yeah, that's in the future. So we head into this game over here. We come across a 4-2-3-1, and every time I come across this formation, I'm like, for the love of God, man, I hate this formation. I rarely ever beat it. It's just really annoying to play against. And I came into this one with actually a positive attitude, despite what I just said. I said, you know what? I'm sick and tired of this formation. I'm going to finally beat it. And hopefully that would be the case. However, it proved to be a pretty tough final. What do you know, right? A final being tough. 1-1 in the 72nd minute. Our opponent had a very nice team as well. And over here, we go on a counterattack from a corner of his. Walker clears it out, goes to Fernandinho. Fernandinho swings in a weird lob. It ends up falling to Son though. Son gives it to Dembele, who was subbed on late in the game, gives it back to Son, and Son with a nice little finish tucks it into the bottom left corner, gives us the 2-1 lead, and we are now in the driver's seat. After not seeing a goal in like 60 minutes of game time, we finally get our second over here in the 73rd, gives us the lead, and in the 81st, Conte has a shot. Somehow, FIFA is a weird game, man. I don't know how much power Conte put into that shot, but the fact that De Gea, who's one of the best goalkeepers in the game, couldn't like really stop it that well. It falls perfectly to Son, who just tucks away the rebound, and we make it 3-1, which was actually really important because it gave us that 2-goal cushion. Had it been 2-1 in the 85th minute, I would have been a little bit nervous because you just know how it goes. And this guy could have got a goal, equalized it, extra time, and you just never know what happens in the extra time. So we end up winning that game 3-1. We get ourselves Callejon, and you know what? This ride was actually pretty difficult. It wasn't like, oh my god, this was really hard, but it was tougher than the other daily knockouts I noticed. We've pretty much cruised through all of them, but the Callejon one, the final was tough. I think the semis was tough, and I think even some of the earlier rounds were pretty tough. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But yeah, this Callejon was definitely difficult, and we're actually going to go ahead and try to win him again because we want him as a duplicate. And once again, it was tough in this tournament. As you saw right there in the semis, I had to win in penalties to even get to the finals, so it wasn't an easy task, this tournament. Well, I'm making it sound like it was a Foot Champs weekend league, but it was definitely tougher than the other ones, is all I'm saying. It was tougher than the other ones, and we actually had to play with some silvers over here. And I didn't get to play with the city team. I think I wasn't able to play with the city team because even with the city silver players that I had in there, the rating was way too high. The fact that we have 95 De Bruyne and 92 Aguero right now makes it difficult for us to play in these silver tournaments. So I think that's why I didn't end up playing with it over here. We played with the same team though that we just won the final with, except we have a couple of silvers in here. And I think that we actually have like the city silver players. So even when we're not playing with the city team, we still feature some city players over here. I think the players are, if I can remember this that would be awesome. I think it's a Maffeo, Angelino, and Ajay Boateng, if that's his name. And I think that's it. Those are the city players we have in this. But yeah, cruising through this final though, complete different story to the last final. 2 early goals for us thanks to Heung-min Son. And in the 26th minute over here, after he tries to get an attack going, we just go on the counter attack over here. Conte to Martial. Martial does well to beat that defender right there once, twice. Passes it to Son. Son, that was so calm and collected by me right there. I could have easily kind of panicked and tried to finesse it with Son right there, but I kept it cool, took it slow, passed it right back to Martial, and he finesses it into the bottom right corner, makes it 3-0. And this was just looking like we were going to win this. And over here, 36 minutes, just adding on to the misery to this guy. Another counter over here, pulls out his goalkeeper. You just can't do that. Heung-min Son, though, completes his hat-trick, makes it 4-0. And with that, this game was pretty much done and dusted. And it actually got out of control after that 4th goal. I ended up scoring 7. He scored 3. But it was just a mess. Basically, we won that final pretty comfortably. But like I said, this tournament was actually still difficult. The semifinals I had to win in penalties, and the rounds before that weren't exactly as easy as this final. So, Callejon, we won him twice, but it was definitely a bit of a tougher experience this time around. So we're going to go ahead and submit Callejon into an SBC. And that SBC is going to be the 84 Team of the Week tradable. Now, you're probably wondering, why in God's name are you submitting a Team of the Season player into the Team of the Week SBC if there is currently a Team of the Season SBC out that requires Team of the Season players? Well, my friend, I just told you that this footage is old, and it still is old, because at the time of me recording this, the Team of the Season SBC was not out. The Casio A Team of the Season was still in packs, and oh my god, I need to catch up. But I will try, and I will do it, mark my words. Anyways, we're submitting Callejon into the Team of the Week tradable SBC, the 84 plus, and we're looking to finally get something good off of it, because we haven't really had anything too spectacular from the few times that we did do the SBC. I think the best card so far we've had was Dele Alli, And while he was a decent pull, it wasn't all that great. So we go ahead, open up the 84 Team of the Week Player SBC. I was going to say, we completed the SBC. We're going to open up the pack over here. And we get ourselves a walkout. Now, who is it going to be? That is a huge flare. What flag is that? It looks like it's going to be the Belgian flag striker, Everton. Yes, Romelu Lukaku. I can't believe it, guys. We have gotten the highest rated in-form Lukaku in the game. Now, if you want to know why that means so much to me, well, back when I did play Foot Champs, seems so long ago, I got him, I think it was the 87 card in my Elite Rewards, and he was going for 600,000 coins, guys. 600,000 coins, and I sold him for that. And now we get the 89, but he's worth 250,000. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how much the prices have changed throughout time, but still, 89 rated Lukaku. I actually contemplated keeping him because he's such a good-looking card. But yeah, we get Lukaku. Once again, he's pretty much a hero in this series, even though he's not even a City player at this point, because we've made so much money on him. We're going to list him up for 250, and that is going to conclude this episode of my Road to Manchester City, guys. Next episode, we'll be diving into the team of the season, the EA team this season. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Pippi Deed, and I'm out.